That's it. That's how this is gonna work. All right.
That's how this thing is gonna
Full run
play
or
out.
you want a full
Flip and
run?
work. There it is.
Full run. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
want?
full. I mean, that's up to you. It doesn't
Yeah,
really
that's
matter
true.
for me.
Yeah. I mean, you could do up to a certain point. What are you comfortable with?
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, we're just gonna babble about the game anyway. So
Yeah. So there you go.
You're on low latency, right?
Yeah.
yeah, you should be. I mean, you can always fix it. So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, there it is.
All right. The game does kind of start off a little bit slow here. There's just a lot of ignoring the enemies until we get to the first section where it forces you to fight.
A lot of rolling, a lot of just trying to get through, the big cutscenes, quote unquote, big cutscenes. But it's just mainly to teach you how to fight these monsters and trying to be able to get orbs and trying to teach you the basic mechanics, really.
Yeah, it's just like these environments are just huge, and then we just gotta roll through all of them to get to, and then it's just like there's these enemies, and you just don't have to do anything with them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think casually, oh, there's enemies, I need to kill them all. No, you don't.
No.
No,
And
they're really just issue. They're an issue for us. So
fair enough. It's weird though because, like, I don't recall a lot of sections where the game actually does this whole red wall thing. Other than this, it's like it starts off like this.
yeah. I mean, later on, you'll see like, especially early game, and it's mainly the early game focus. You'll see a lot of these red walls because they kind of want you to figure out the game mechanics. So instead of just like, all right, here you can kind of run away from this. No, you have to fight this. These are, mini boss sections that you have to really kind of, focus on, essentially.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and Loner's doing a really good job here of keeping his, his distance and staying as close to the wall as possible. Because the minute the thing opens, you want to be rolling onto the next screen because, early on the enemies are really easy to beat, so you don't really have to put too much emphasis on, okay, do I need to use this one sword move or whatever. You could just kind of just sit back, DT, shoot shots, whatever.
And it wasn't really important the last fight that we saw, but this fight, keeping the combo chains going with high time and your other sword pokes is really crucial too. And you see, almost dropped it there. Getting up to that showtime there so you can have enemies drop more orbs, because Loner wants to be able to get his upgrade for Rebellion by the time he hits mission 3. And you saw him shoot there a couple of times just so he could reset the counter on the combo.
Right, and I mean he lost it right there, but he did enough of a long chain to be able to hopefully be able to get enough orbs to get the Rebellion, which is the sword that he's currently using right now. So I mean, if you want to, can you explain a little bit about like upgrades in this game? Because we're going to be doing a lot of them.
So the upgrades in this game, they're basically just stat bonuses. The upgrades in the previous Devil May Cry game, Devil May Cry 1, and in later games, they would give you more moves for the weapons. However, in this game, you're really just upgrading attack power and stuff like that for the different weapons. And there's only 3 weapons that Dante gets, which are all just various long swords. But we don't get any of them anymore. We used to get Vendetta, and we discovered that weapon damage is actually variable, and it's pretty insignificant. The differences between the 3 weapons as far as damage. What really matters is the hitboxes being better. And so upgrading the weapon early on, we don't really waste. We're just going to get level 2 on Rebellion and then not really bother with, getting other weapons like Vendetta.
Right. Plus, so it's a whole lot cheaper to upgrade the Rebellion to level 2 as opposed to back in the day we used to upgrade the Vendetta to level 2. That would be what, a 10k blood orb difference or something like that, right? It was 10k I think for level 2, and I think it's 5k for level 2 for the Rebellion.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
so it should be about a 5k difference, which is pretty much like late game a Devil Star. It's an entire Devil Star.
Yeah, and later you'll see a little bit of menuing. So you're going to see a lot of buying a lot of stars, a lot of devil stars, a lot of health stars, like that. Things that are going to help our late game out tremendously, because right now you don't really need to use the devil stars or to use your devil trigger even. It's more just, all right, here's like like I said, here's the mechanics of the game. Learn them, and then once you hit mission, like I think 12 and on, that's when you start using your devil trigger a little bit more.
Pretty much perfect RNG here, by the way. Just the
Oh,
2 cycle in the door.
Oh yeah.
What's interesting about this game, as opposed to the other Devil May Cries, is that they give you basically all the mobility you need and more right off the bat.
Right.
As opposed to the other speedruns where you kind of acquire the mobility as you go and upgrade, your different skills.
Well, I mean, I know in the first Devil May Cry they don't really have a roll dodge feature. I mean, they kind of do, but it's not given to you right away, as opposed to Devil May Cry 2, where you press circle, you're already rolling. And can you explain a little bit more about why he's rolling instead of just running?
It's just faster. It just, pretty much point blank, rolling is just faster in this game. It's also got some iframes on it, so instead of running through crowds of enemies, when he rolls, he's getting a ton of iframes, so he can just ignore them, basically. It's also interesting to note that front rolls in this game have more iframes than side rolls, like much more.
Right. Yeah. Plus, the front roll is actually the fastest out of the rolls. So you have a small back roll. You have a back roll, side roll, and a front roll. Obviously, you don't want to be going backwards on a speed run, but so I remember Loner when he first started, he would just roll. He didn't care about what he was rolling, cartwheel, whatever. But now he's kind of gotten better with his movement, and now realize, hey, front rolls are faster than the side rolls.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to see that mechanic being used a little bit more efficiently.
Did you know that Trish actually has no side roll animation?
Really?
Yeah, she's just got a front roll and a back roll. No side roll animation.
That's kind of weird.
I don't know. I like it.
You think they would like
do that? Put some effort in.
Yeah, just kind of throw it in there. Hey, you're kind of a Dante, but not like a female Dante.
Yeah.
So you should do everything he does, kind of.
I mean, it's cool because the quick turns with her are much easier to do because she's got no side roll. So when you just want to go on a 90-degree angle, she's just already front rolling in that direction.
Okay, I see.
So you don't accidentally get that roll that goes less distance, which is the side roll. And boom, he's got the first level there.
Nice. All right, so yeah, so right there we saw the level up we were just talking about, for the rebellion. So it's really hard for casual speedrunners to really focus on their chains, their stylish chains, to be able to get enough orbs to level up before level 3. So mission 3 here is going to be a nice little kind of roll through. You're going to fight this goatling here, and then you're going to go straight into a boss fight. And that boss fight is really where the rebellion really kind of comes into play here.
Yeah, because the rebellion hitbox, it is just better than the Vendetta. It's longer range, and the way that hitboxes work in this game are weird because essentially, where like in the other games the moves kind of just cap out at a certain amount of damage, in this game, as long as your hitbox is inside another hurt box, it's dealing damage. So right here you're going to see all this damage right here. And since the enemy doesn't move, it just does a ton of damage until the animation ends. We're also going to see this later, hopefully, with the air raid mechanic, with the aerial heart.
Nice. Well, yeah, he got really good RNG for the beginning of that fight, and now Gorilla Man wants to kind of troll a little bit. But I mean, overall, it was actually a good, clean fight. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't like the best, but it was good enough to be able to, have it faster than normal, pretty much, because of the new updated strats. Because before we would just poke and poke and poke and hope he just stays on the ground. Now it's almost guaranteed with the million stab technique.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about that move is that it can only be activated in Devil Trigger, but the game, for whatever reason, says, yeah, you can just not Devil Trigger here anymore and still keep doing the move.
I mean, so what is the million stab technique? Because I talk about it as if everybody knows. What is it?
The million stab is just 2 melees and then left or right melee while in Devil Trigger. And then when you see Dante charge up the sword, then what you see Loner doing there is getting out of Devil Trigger and you're mashing it, right, Loner?
Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I forget it. Like, it's been a little bit.
Yeah, you mash it just to make sure.
Yep. You mash it so it does more hits, because if you just hit melee, it does less hits.
Okay.
So he's mashing it so it does less hits. And right here, we're actually going to see the quick heart skip. Typically there, you're supposed to go into that building, get the quick heart, go and hit that orb, and then run through the gate, but we just roll through it. We don't even need to get that thing.
Because obviously, rolling is faster than running, so...
Yeah, why would we bother doing that?
Yeah, I mean, well, why do... I mean, you kind of get that small window of opportunity to be able to, get under that. But for some reason, even it can be close to closing almost, but as long as you're rolling kind of right at that frame before it closes, you're kind of going through, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I think it's an extension of the way this game treats. Okay, here you're going to see him forcing Serpent to not use her shield at all.
Yeah, so the mechanics of this fight, right? So this actually used to be a reset point for me. The mechanics of this fight are that whenever she's at a certain health threshold, she throws up a shield that you can't penetrate because she's trying to recharge a little bit of health. She's trying to protect herself, right? So those tentacles there, she had 4 of them. She needs all 4 of them to be able to create this shield to be able to stop any incoming damage. However, if you're in Modern form, which is the form that Dante's true form, if you destroy one of those tentacles before she goes into that shield, it doesn't create that shield, and you can damage her as much as you want, even though she's wrapped up. So it's a very interesting mechanic.
And the way that it works is the Majin projectiles have punch through on them if they can go through enemies to target the one that you're actually, locked onto. So what Loner was doing there was shooting. He was technically shooting the tentacle, but also shooting the serpent at the same time.
Right.
And this fight's just DT shooting the wolves. We don't really need to.
Yeah, I really don't do
the target.
Yeah. I really don't
you do
DT shooting there, but
yeah, I mean, you do have to switch the targets, because if you deal too much damage, there's like 2 enemies in this game, I believe, that as far as boss characters go, that if you just deal too much damage to them, they get knocked down. And that's Arius and the wolves.
Yeah, they have the like immunity frame cycle. It's weird. You kind of just have to. It's a sound cue, really, because they kind of do like this howling thing, and then after that, they're kind of not immune, but it's hard to kind of explain that mechanic. It's weird.
Yeah, essentially what he's doing is he's switching the targets so that the game goes, well, you haven't been dealing damage to this enemy for X amount of time, so I'm not going to knock them down.
Right.
So he's just switching the targets so that he keeps dealing damage to alternating targets, and the game just says, yeah, you could just kill them, that's fine.
Yeah. So here, another of the red walls talking. You don't really see many of these throughout the game, but the game wants you to really get the mechanics down. All right, so you have 2 ground enemies and 2 aerial enemies. How are you going to handle it? So, kind of just sword and board and shoot them down pretty much.
Sword and board.
There's
the monkey guy from earlier. We're just going to go right on by him and just flip over this truck, say, you know what, Lucia, you can deal with him later.
So here, I really hate this mission 5 in general. It's one of the most heavy RNG missions in the game, right? So the first part of the RNG comes from these tanks here. These tanks, they they stand there for a while getting attacked, but at the same time they also have another machine gun on the top where you can't really tell unless you're looking at it if it's going to hit you or not. Sometimes it'll shoot, sometimes it won't. But if it does shoot you, you get knocked off if you're not in your devil trigger form, and it's kind of rough when you're just trying to do aerial slams, trying to damage the tank.
He got perfect RNG on both these tanks though, as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah. So the reason why he's doing aerial attacks, right? Because these are infest tanks. They're demonic. They have a little eye that he's targeting right now. So that eye, if you hit that eye, you doing aerial attacks, you do I think double or even triple the damage of a normal attack. So if you were to just attack from the ground and hit the tank from the side, you won't do as much damage as hitting it from above the head, essentially.
It's certainly easier, but it's definitely not faster. And
No.
faster is what we care about.
Yes.
So
I mean, this is speed run, right? So
yeah. So here we're going to see a little bit of a chase sequence with the chopper. Loner's going to position himself so that he's not going to run into anything on his way up, so he can just float straight to the top.
a lot of people don't know that you can actually do this. A lot of people think you have to run up the platforms manually, jump up, and no, you can just fly right up.
Which I think the developers learned later on, because there are other levels where you should technically be able to float to the top, but there are invisible walls for aerial heart.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I believe it's mission 7.
What's it, 7?
Is where you're going up the lift.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think that has to do with like the camera angles, like the camera changes.
That's true.
Like it needs to be at a certain threshold to be able to do that. But
what's interesting is that if you double jump, the game allows you to. But the moment that you hit aerial heart, the game says no, you can't go anywhere.
Right. It's a very interesting mechanic. All right. So here, loners are just gonna fly up the building because normally you would scale up the building, normally jumping up, platforms, etc. But the developer said, hey, you can also scale up the building, just fly up. This boss fight right here is the worst boss fight in the game, the most RNG heavy boss fight. This is where the meat really come in.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know if you want to explain the fight.
Essentially, Loner has to get hit twice. There's the first time with those rockets.
And it has to be 2 rockets. It has to be 2 rockets at a time, because if he gets hit with another rocket, that's kind of like he's about to get hit right here. Oof. That was close. Yeah.
That was very close. Oh, man.
That's another close one right there. All right.
But
so
fortunately, our boy knows his movement in Majin.
Yeah. So so pretty much you want to be in this Majin, be able to hit the side of the chopper, which there's an eye on.
Ooh.
And it's really particular because the helicopter likes to turn around every now and then, so you're not hitting that proper spot. So he didn't get the 1 cycle, which is kind of rough. Even though he used a double trigger, this is a safer strat that what he's doing right now currently. But it is, like I said, RNG heavy. Sometimes you get the missiles, sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2. The helicopter will be nice and not move. It really is. It's just all RNG at this point. But I mean, Loner's doing a great job kind of maintaining what he has right now. So now you see the helicopter turn, and that's where the eye is.
And here he's using the ebony and ivory and shotgun cancels.
Yeah.
To deal a little bit more DPS.
So if you want to explain that.
That's pretty easy. It's in this game it allows you to hold down gun in order to fire ebony and ivory, even though they will not fire at their optimal speed. So what you do, and you can do this with every gun.
Yeah.
So you're just going to hold down square and then just alternate between both the shotgun and ebony and ivory in order to cancel the recovery animation of the shotgun, and then deal a couple of points of damage with ebony and ivory, switch right back to the shotgun.
Right. All right, so he got through it relatively safe, so that's good. Now we got another boss fight, mission 6. It's relatively easy. So I guess the developers didn't really think this one through too much. Because for some reason,
The
if
boss
you
has no way to deal with you if you're standing directly underneath
if
them.
you're directly under him,
Yeah, here we go. And here's more of these shotgun cancels.
yes. So like Cosmic said, just every ivory kind of just shotgun spams. Optimal damage, optimal speed. It just makes sense to do it right under him if he's not going to hit you. So, yeah. But after I think once he gets about halfway through his health bar here, he starts sending out these firebirds, which kind of are annoying. They're not really going to kill you, but they're just annoying to deal with.
I actually cancel it
Nice, nice.
Oh, wow.
by shooting
you
his
go.
hands.
Oh, so
Oh,
that's right. Because if you shoot his hands, it just
Yeah.
doesn't. He just doesn't get that attack.
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
never thought about
I
that.
actually forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's a good thing we're doing this now.
yeah. Good thing. Good thing.
So now then we can explain that.
Yeah,
When
because
we're playing.
that would always get me annoyed. I'm like, why am I getting attacked by these firebirds?
Firebirds. Now, the placement of the enemy here is crucial because, and you see Loner, you would think that he would want a million stab there while the round, but it's just going to push him away. So Loner just wants to high time, build a bunch of style, and Devil Trigger, and then
and do
boom,
million
get him
stab.
cornered. Yep,
That's
get him cornered.
that's the most ideal place is the corner. The longer he's in the corner, the more chance he has of hitting this million stab. So you don't want to sit in front of him because obviously it's a lot of damage that he does to you. But if you get that million stabs off, it's well worth it. It's an even trade out, honestly.
Yep.
All right, and that was a nice clean boss fight, easy.
Boom. Nice.
Yeah, good job. All right, and then I think here would be like a donation kind of read
Yeah.
off.
So I think this next mission,
Yeah, definitely. So we can just read off like donations.
we definitely have some time for some donations.
Yeah.
Gamer 69420 says, "Thanks for doing this."
Oh, interesting. We got a donation from DM, donated $20 saying, "I'm Mill's dad. Sorry to hear about the boy who lost his life. Here's some money for the cause."
Fair enough.
I'm just reading from the dashboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these are actual donations from I guess what they had before. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, they gave me the key and everything. So
I thought you just made that up. I was like, damn, dude, that was heavy-handed for like right off the cuff. All right, so here is a pretty new strat. Essentially, before we didn't think that grabbing these orbs or these amulets was going to be worth it, but Loner experimented and found that the amount of damage that you get from both the offense heart and the fire orb are well worth it late game. So right here, he already activated the light orb for it. So he's going to go down these stairs and get the fire orb.
nice. Yeah, and like I said, he's perfected his movement with the roll because he used to do cartwheels, and I used to get upset every time I saw a cartwheel. And I'm like, no, don't do cartwheels down here. But
Hey, Flark.
yeah, that's not too bad. So now that green whatever you want to call it, stand
Platform.
port, whatever, pedal. I don't know.
Yeah, pedestal.
But pedestal. Yeah, that I said pedal. I knew it was a pedestal. I said pedal.
Pedestal. Now, we saw that actually earlier in Mission 2.
Mission 2, yeah.
When
So
we were getting the aerial heart.
yeah,
You can go
because
ahead and explain those.
well, what that really does, it increases or builds your devil trigger, so that like for free instead of you having to like do slash attacks or anything to be able to build it. So it gives you a free devil trigger to be able to fly up there to grab the amulet, which whenever you grab an amulet in this game, it automatically refills your devil trigger no matter where it's at. It could be low or you don't have any. Once you get an amulet, it automatically refills it, which is kind of nice. It's very, very convenient. I mean, for certain levels, certain places. I used to use it on Mission 9. I used to grab the the offense heart.
Yeah.
And I used to just kind of use that devil trigger to get me through the level a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Instead of using a star or whatever, because I didn't want to use stars.
Exactly. And I believe it was I believe the offense heart would actually help you beat the boss on mission 8 a little bit quicker.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, that was with the old strat.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that was with the old strat. Not with the million stabs. Yeah, I mean it's up for debate. Honestly, you can try it, but I mean you've already gotten the fire.
Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna waste a little bit more time trying to get it. Sort of.
What Loner does on mission 9 when he's escaping during the Capcom escape sequence TM is he's going to pick up the offense heart there. So then he'll have both of the items that he needs for late game
Yeah.
DPS.
Exactly.
But he's going to get 2 full bars of Devil Trigger out of it for his troubles.
Yep. Most definitely. So here's just nothing too crazy, you know, just waiting around, just killing enemies,
Keeping
keeping that
up.
Showtime stylish meter as high and as long as possible. So he's timing his hits correctly. He's getting, you know, gunshots in. You know, it's just it's hard to do, but it's beneficial if you do because blood orbs.
A little bit of style there with the shotgun twirl. You saw that.
Oh yeah, the game automatically does that. I don't know.
It's just, fireworks. Loner showing.
Yeah.
Now.
I mean, we can read a couple of donations during this little portion here too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and then just 4 or 5 of them, and then
6 or 7.
Yeah, because it's a wait, and then after this, it's really just roll into the elevator, fly up, and then your boss fight after.
Well, he does the Baji Kwan shoulder. To
Oh,
all
of
the
course.
demons.
Of course. Yeah.
Amazing.
So
Wow,
it'll just be donations.
A lot of donations. You're just gonna be reading a lot of donations.
Yeah. I got it. That's my job. I got you.
Yeah. You can also show Loner the aerial heart invisible wall.
Oof. Yeah.
I don't know if he's listening to me or not.
Yeah. If you want to show the
invisible
game,
wall for
the
aerial
game
heart.
won't let you fly up here.
Yeah, the game won't let you fly up. Yep. Go ahead and do that. Or get hit. You know.
Yeah. See, you kind of get stuck when you jump. It's
There we go.
There. Yeah, we're good.
You are able to skip the last little bit of the elevator though by air hiking up.
Yeah, air hiking it. It's actually pretty nice. I figured out. I was like, oh, well, why am I just waiting here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just go, but my angles are off, so I either go too far away from it, or either I'm hitting it or I'm not, pretty much.
Exactly. Now you're gonna get to see Fire Orb in action with a full bar Devil Trigger because he did buy a purple orb right there, so you're gonna get to see this used to its fullest effect on this bull right here.
Ooh, yeah, he just missed that.
Yeah, a little bit of bad pattern there.
And it happens. These bosses are pretty much RNG. So, here he's doing million stabs. So, essentially, what you want to do is, right as Dante's charging, you want to get out a Devil Trigger form, because if you use it while in Devil Trigger form, your Devil Trigger bar goes down. But
right there.
Yeah, but for some reason, the game or the developers decided, hey, we can use this Devil Trigger move and be outside of it, and not use your Devil Trigger, and you won't waste any Devil Trigger, and you still do the same combo and still do a buttload of damage. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it actually sped up a ton of boss fights once that started getting implemented.
Oh yeah. And I noticed that you can actually get a perfect S on that last boss fight if you stun lock correctly. And yeah, I've seen it. I've done it myself, actually. I was like, what? All right, so here is the other offense heart that we were talking about. So it fills up the Devil Trigger bar or gauge really, really quickly, automatically. And then pretty much here, we're just running, trying to get out within the 11, 12 minutes that they give us. It doesn't take that long.
No, not at all. I don't even think it takes that long casually.
I mean, if you're fighting all the enemies and you're trying to do all the things, then maybe. But even then,
I don't know, man. A full bar double trigger, I think I'd still be flying. No pun intended.
so here he's just running through, trying to just get out essentially. So I guess I can read some donations here. Yeah, that's what I said. 7 and 9 were like the best ones to read donations in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this run goes by super quick. Like you don't even notice it. We're already almost halfway through the game.
We'll be like talking about something from the previous mission because it's just like flying by.
Flying, yeah. So donations, more donations, and if there aren't any, then we'll just we'll kind of improvise from here. But
Yeah, absolutely. I think there should be though.
yeah, it should be a lot of donations. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
The next mission is 10, and that's
10.
larva, right?
Yep, larva. That's gonna be fun. That's
Oh.
that's probably the biggest mission responsible for time loss next to
Yes.
Chopper.
Yes.
Chopper costs you like about a minute with bad RNG. This costs you probably 30, 40 seconds.
From Antarctica. First time you were a long time donating.
Hey Newton, how are you, dude? What's up, gamer?
Hey gamer, hey streamer, hey speedrunner.
Hey speedrunner. Hey there.
Donation goes to runner's choice. Okay.
Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
My bank account. Oh, what?
Yeah, oh no. Oh no. I mean, that would be my first choice too.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'd feel some type of way about saying it. But
I'm just saying, all right? All right, so Loner's about to start a boss fight coming up here. And this fight is relatively easy, at least the first phase. Second phase, which is going to be the larvas you're going to see in a few, after he gets through this little skirmish here. You're going to see some larvas. I think it's 4 you need to kill. 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5, yeah.
Too many.
That's too many.
Too many.
And they're really, really annoying if you're trying to kill them casually. Before we discovered that you can just get swallowed by the larvas and kind of just one-shot them that way, we actually used to fight them, and they're really annoying.
Yeah.
This was another reset point for me too. I couldn't. So you see here, so this little bug lady, that's what I like to call her, drops these larvas, these small little larvas here, and they'll start spawning bigger larvas for some reason. I don't know how they grow that fast, but
I don't know either, man. There's some miracle grow in that soil.
Yeah, something, man. We're missing out. We're missing. But yeah, kind of just a missile launcher spam after you go into the devil trigger form.
Which you
and
did
then
pick up
these
on the
big
previous
larvas right here are what we need to kind of destroy. So we let them eat or swallow us, and then we kind of just destroy them that way. I think it was Alexander who figured this strat out.
Probably.
Yeah, he was, because I got it from him.
Yeah, because I think that all of us thought that the way to get out of these larvae was by mashing the buttons.
Yes.
And Alexander figured out, no, you got to do it Resident Evil style, where you shake out with the analog stick. You can even hear Loner's controller shaking right now.
Yeah, it's a precise movement. You kind of just wiggle as fast as you can. The faster you shake, the quicker it'll be. So right now, he's
got to actually fight them right now.
Yeah,
he's got to fight them because he's so low.
Yeah, unless he grabs that green orb.
So many.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, and it's like, you don't want to waste a star here. Sometimes I waste a star here. Sometimes I don't.
Ooh, he might have gotten it. He back rolled right into that. I think he.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially what you want to do is you want to let them swallow you, and then shake down all sticks as quick as possible. Kill them right away. But sometimes they're really trolly and can. Oh, that was close.
Oh,
that was really close.
Oh man.
That was way too close for my liking. Me, I would have popped a star right there just to be safe.
Yeah, right.
Um,
I think any lesser men of us would. The loner said, "Nah, do or die."
did you know this is a marathon run, Loner?
He said, "We're going for all the unsafe strats."
Yeah, we're not trying to world record here, right, man? Keep it chill.
He's
Keep
like,
it
"But
chill.
but Gonzo, how do I show off my superior mechanics?"
You do the thing and be safe. Because had he died, oh, okay.
Oh
I didn't
man,
see
we're gonna.
that.
Ooh, ooh,
Oof.
oof.
We did not see that there. So Cosmic.
All right, gamers, let's
Yes.
move on. So we're in this temple of certain origins. I believe these Mayans invented cell phones. So Dante has come to investigate the true origins of AT&T in this temple, and he's going to have to fight Bulwark, the knight that somehow has tamed two ghostly wolves.
Interesting. Very interesting. So
He's
here
going to talk to him about his family wireless plan.
I guess so.
Can you?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I must have really good service then.
Well, that was good. Keep
that was
going
good.
though. It was good.
No,
That's
no,
good.
no. So here I'll probably just start doing some donations as well because it's just a big, kind of just little scene here.
Yeah, we actually used to. You actually used to do the 4 full hit combos, right? And have to like tank the spikes once with
Yeah,
Devil Trigger. Again, before Million Stab got incorporated into the run.
yeah. Million Stabs is like the game changer, legit game changer.
Absolutely.
Something I need to focus on a little bit more. But other than that, it's pretty much the same run, just with Million Stabs and more efficiency with the orbs.
Yeah, and more amulets and orbs.
Yep.
The camera on this boss really likes to just not.
It is the worst.
Yeah. What is going on with him? Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's just standing there.
Why is he just? This is a boss fight. Does he know this is a fight to the death?
And that's the attack rate. You can't really see it because the camera for this boss is legendary.
It's the best camera angle boss fight in this game.
Definitely. Period. But I'm trying to be informational here. You're memeing so hard.
So
what Loner wanted to happen was for Bulwark to stab him in his face. Unfortunately, Bulwark stabbed the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta in his face, so the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta could stab him back and deplete his health bar to kill him.
Did I mention that was the best camera angle boss fight in the game?
Maybe.
So for some reason that boss fight there, it doesn't have the like I said, the best camera angle. So whenever he teleports either across the room or wherever, the camera stays the same one, and it shifts your focus, your enemy focus on the wolves. And sometimes you don't even know you're on the wolves until the camera moves a little, and you're just like, well, I wasted a half of a DT bar on the wolves, and that's not fun. So, and in here, yeah, it's pretty much rip after that. So yeah, he got through. Loner got through a little puzzle there into Pluto, and Pluto's not real, apparently.
It's not even a planet.
It's not even a planet, man.
I thought it was a dwarf planet for a while, and then did it get like inducted back into being a planet?
Yeah, that was like recent. Wasn't it like a year or two ago? It was like, yeah, it's a planet now again. I mean, it was before, but we had to tell you no. But
yeah, apparently. I feel bad for Pluto because it's like Pluto is like Taco Bell, where everybody just kind of turned their back on it after Chipotle became a big thing. But like Taco Bell used to fill you up for like $5 and you got a Baja Blast. But like everybody wants to forget their roots, man.
Taco Bell is good drunk food, late at night when you got nothing else to order.
That's true.
So nice easy boss fight, nothing too crazy there. Same million stabs, poke, build up the devil trigger. That way we don't have to force us up to use a devil star there. So now he's gonna buy a couple of stars here. Oh, or at least one star for this next boss fight because you need it. You want to talk about this fight a bit?
Oh, Arius. Arius is, like I said, one of those enemies that if you deal too much damage to him too quickly, he's going to get knocked down. So you see, and Loner's getting trolled by RNG right now because Arius has this shield that he likes to put up. And Arius fights usually go one of three ways. Either he just stands there and lets you do this to him. He puts up his shield the entire time, or he teleports to the corners of the stage onto his desk and just pot shots you with his magnum. And now this mission. I suck at this strat, even though I came up with it, so I'm just gonna let Gonzo talk about it.
So yeah, mission 14 used to be a very, very horrible mission for me because of the fact that you'll see here in a little bit. You have to go. You have to turn on these orbs to be able to, take off the demonic shroud to be able to enter the next boss room, etc. Right. So these orbs right here, there are 4 of them in total. You have to, do your sword attacks to be able to, turn them on. So here, what Loner is doing right now, he's doing an aerial attack. Before you actually have to do overhead slams, sword slams. And that'll fill up one of the little cards on there. And I remember I was streaming one time, and Cosmic came stream and said, "Hey, you could probably hit those things in aerial DT form." And I was like, "No, you can't." And I did it, and that led to this strat here, kind of aerial assault. Also, this room right here, I actually found by mistake. Because I was trying to roll, and I rolled into the corner there that what Loner just did. He rolled up to that specific corner, and the enemies despawn in that room. For some reason, that's the only room that enemies despawn in.
This is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I found that out completely by mistake. I was like, what? So that's a very... It saves about 20, 30 seconds there. Because you're having to fight and then do the orb is kind of rough. And then this is one that's on the ground, and it's kind of rough. Yeah,
this is the roughest orb by far.
See, I kind of wanted to try something with this. I mean, Loner did a great job trying to angle it, because there, for some reason, you have to hit the L2 button, which kind of detargets everything.
R2.
So
R2,
yeah. Sorry, where you have to manually hit it yourself instead of automatically going here. So this is the strat right here that we were talking about. That was a run killer for me. So here, this room, these magicians, whatever you want to call them, they're really bad. So trying to hit that orb right there, manually doing overhead slams were the worst. Until Cosmic came up with the aerial DT strat right there to make things 10 times smoother, more consistent, and a better life quality change.
Yeah, absolutely. Better life for all.
Oh man.
And I still can't do it.
You came up with it. I perfected it, and then
and then Loner set a world record with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've set a world record with it too. It's all right.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. I think you said between the 2 orbs you saved a minute, or was it?
I saved a minute and 20 seconds based on the 2 orbs.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I was so excited because it'd take normally about 35 seconds, but with those magicians, it can take even longer because they're just mean.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is the boss from DMC1 that gave a lot of people some trouble. It was really annoying. Yeah. But he's kind of a chump in this game.
Yeah, he's a pushover. But
yeah.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Lost all of his sting.
So here I'll just read donations.
Please white orb donation.
Please white orb.
Donate so I could get white orb.
Greetings from Antarctica. First time viewer, long time donor, time watch. Second time legend.
Second time legend. What's interesting about as far as the history of the speedrun of this game goes, Alexander pretty much set a world record at one point by getting a white orb on this mission.
Legitly, yes.
Which is it's got a pretty low drop rate. It's not as low as whole percent, but it's still a very low drop rate, and
It saved like 45 seconds on the
Yes.
entire run on my previous world record.
yeah,
Like it was that one deciding factor. Literally, this entire game you could have great, but that one deciding factor was the white orb.
yeah. And from there, he pretty much he even used old strats for like mission 18 and stuff. He didn't even use your strats for mission 18.
Yeah,
He used older ones that were safe, that he was comfortable with, and he set world record. And he had it for a while. Did you take it back at some point? You took it back at some point, right?
I took it back like I think like 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when I was like, all right, what did he do? What did he do different? I'm looking. I was like, white orb.
Well, white orb. Shout outs to
White.
Alexander. He's
Yeah,
a good player, though.
shout-outs.
He's a very good player.
Yeah,
Pioneered pretty much the entire Lucia run.
yeah, actually, yeah, he did. He did a great job on that. It'd be nice to have him back so we can all have our competition with each other, you know. But
Yeah. I'm definitely going to start grinding for Lucia World Rec again soon.
do it. I'm taking a break from speed running till January. Like I said,
Yeah.
makes it easier for me because I was grinding for a world record for DMC2 for a while. I got it, and then I got burnt out from it. So yeah, but now it gives me something to work on. Gives me something to work on and improve on.
Definitely. I need to improve my Dante time, dude. My Dante time is 20 minutes behind Loner.
You just get it to sub 1 hour. You'll be alright.
Yes, sub 1 hour. That's like my main
It's
goal.
doable. It's doable, man. It's not hard. It's doable.
Yeah. See, my original intention before I like just got demotivated to run for a while, was like, well, I know how to get Gonzo back into this game. I'm just gonna take second place, and then like I started running, and I was like, oh man, this is painful, you know, because I had just come from running DMC1, and I had put so much like time and effort into that. I was just like drained.
Same, man. I feel you.
It's a decent run. It's just like from drained and drained.
Oh man, it's bad.
Yeah.
So here I'll also read off some donations whenever I can.
Yeah, it's just another fight where the game says, hey, you're forced to fight these guys. Doing some nice kicks,
Yeah, he is. Some
as
aerial
they say
kicks.
at World Cyber Games.
Yeah. He's keeping that Showtime bar up and running. If he gets hit, he loses it. That's the thing. So you gotta be careful with it. But whatever you can get, pretty much, in terms of orbs, is great for late game.
Absolutely.
Loner's being very efficient with his star usage. I think he's only used 1 star the entire run.
Yep.
Which was the Arius fight.
Yeah. And he's used purple orbs the other times.
Yep, exactly. Purple orbs are OP. So pretty much the essential strats in this game are really purple orbs, Majin form, and the efficient use of stars, which you'll see coming up in mission 18. So later on in this particular mission here, we have a boss fight. We call him Triface, and you can approach this fight one of many different ways.
There's the safe way, there's the air raid way, and then there's the Majin way, right?
Yeah. So safe way is safe, but it's the slower method. Doesn't require a lot of RNG. Aerial attack method, it requires a buttload of RNG, but it is one of the, I guess, one of the more quicker ways of doing it. Majin strat doesn't require too much RNG. More or less, just you have to be careful of not getting the green orb before the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty rough. If you get the green orb, you're just like, well, I guess I wasted time in the elevator trying to get down to, it happens. Happened to me.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, I was upset, man. I mean, I still got world record that day, but I could have gotten it better
Could have gotten it by much more.
by much more.
Here we're gonna see Bulwark again. Why he's here, couldn't tell you.
Just story and plot.
But he's here, and we're gonna beat him up again. Loner got the nice stabs. Son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta.
Yep.
With the sweet camera angle.
With the sweet camera angle.
With the best camera angle, and I don't know, it might just be this boss has the best camera angles in this.
I feel like the camera angle follows the wolves more than it does the boss. That's the only thing that I can say. I think that it follows the wolves more than the boss itself.
Maybe. I could probably agree with you on that because every time he slides away or whatever, it's more just like, all right, the dogs are still here. The dogs are important. We don't care about the actual boss, but the dogs.
Yeah, it's like the game wants you to kill them first before you tackle the boss, and it's like, no, I just want to kill Bulwark.
Yeah, he's the main boss. That's why I'm here. All right, so this elevator right here is the last elevator you're going to be in before you fight the boss. So if you were going to do Majin Strat, typically you would just have these skeletons kind of just beat on you. So right before you're about to die, you hit that red, the red tab or red bar, and then you would leave the elevator. But sometimes they drop green orbs. So if you were to do Majin Strat there, you would skip that green orb because it fills you up completely, and then you start the fight. All right, so Tri-Face.
Loner, we're gonna see I guess we're gonna see him do the air raid strat here.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to do casual strat because it's Loner. So all right, so here you have 3 faces. One of which is the actual face that does the damage, or requires the damage. The other 2 are they're phantom faces. So you want to find with your guns, first of all, which one is the real one, and then you want to start shooting it whenever you can. So in hopes that the head will start coming like right here, for example. Yeah, right there, for example.
Look at all that damage. Look at all that damage.
One swipe of the aerial took almost half the entire bar. So it's a new strat, and it's a very powerful strat, but it's RNG dependent.
Yeah, because even if you find the head still has to come to you.
Yeah, it's
and
not
he's getting some pretty good stuff here.
Yeah, and he did a oof over the head.
Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him.
Yeah, because he's low on health right now.
But fortunately,
so all right, so he
tanked it. Okay,
that's good. That's good because he can actually get Majin form here. So that's why he hasn't been using his Devil Trigger. Because if you get Majin form right here, you can actually right there, perfect. You can get Majin form. There you go, which he did.
Boom.
And then you can kind of just one cycle, or
this will be the second cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a second cycle, or early second cycle, we can call it.
Yeah, but if you had Majin form from the beginning, oof.
And he's going to use the laser here to extend the duration of Majin form, so that he can tank the laser.
That's smart, because if you die in that fight, for some reason, right? If you die at the fight, even if you kill the boss, it'll take your gold orb, which is very crucial. Late game. Very, very crucial, because it's kind of like your backup if all else fails on the last boss. So, and then we're coming up on Arius again, boss fight. So Loner's going to use one Devil Star Small here to fill up the Devil Trigger, and then kind of just do his poke stabs. So this fight is the same exact mechanic as the first fight with Arius, but a little more trollier, I'd say.
Yeah, because there's just more spots that he can teleport to. And enemies that he's got with him are just a little bit more powerful, and they're more annoying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're annoying. And if you're not in your double trigger, get knocked, and it is not fun at all. And then he did the old Houdini on him
Oh, Houdini.
Yeah.
He's just gonna sit there
and just
and
laugh
just
at you.
laugh.
Loner, you had one job.
You know, I think we could actually watch that cutscene, to be honest, during the marathon.
Yeah, yeah, that would be tight.
Why did your timer restart?
I don't know, but not happening next time.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. But yeah, I think we can watch that one so we can be like, yeah, here's your crown.
and then we can do donations during that cutscene. Plus, it's at the end. It's not like I said, you're not going for world record or anything, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
And then boss rush here. Pretty much all the bosses in the game kind of mushed into one big. I don't know what this is called, but
Big mess. Plus
Yep.
Griffin, who never appears in the game,
ever, not even
is
once.
still there. Never even mentioned.
Nope.
Is he gonna actually go for it? I think he's gonna go for it.
Oh, he's going for it.
So what he's
he's
doing
going
here is
for
he's
it.
going to avoid all of
Oof.
the spread shot damage
That's
from the big laser or from the scatter
Oof.
shot lasers there.
that was risky because he was supposed to die there.
But oh my gosh,
He was
He's
supposed
gonna
to
do it,
die there. Okay, so right now he turned into Majin form, and what he's going to do, he's going to use Majin form as much as he can to take out the rest of all the monsters here, because all the monsters here are pretty easy to kill, but this tentacle one, it's really difficult because if you stand in front of it, it kind of smacks you around.
Oh,
So
it's
he
not
used-
difficult though. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
he used
anymore.
like it's
the
rough.
laser.
It's good stuff.
Laser.
So now he's gonna kill the rest. Well, at least this one, normally, like just sit back. If you sit back far enough, he can't hit you. For some reason, I guess that's how the developers developed the game. They're like, oh yeah, we can have this one spot right here where you can just sit in front of him and missile launcher spam.
It's just another sign of like the thing about this game is that they give you all this mobility and don't really give the enemies great ways to deal with your mobility.
Nope. Yeah, that last strat that he did right there was actually relatively new. Aerial attacks are actually better than Majin form for some reason, which is kind of nice. So
It's
here,
kind of weird.
yeah. So here's the last boss. Loner's gonna die here and uses gold orb, which luckily he still had.
Yeah. What a
that
legend.
Yeah. So he's just gonna poke stab all the way through. This is a very safe strat right here. Had he had Majin form or came into the fight with Majin form, he could have used his extra stars, which would be nice. So aerial attacks do a lot of damage to him. A lot of damage. So now, gonna use the remainder of his last star and just hack away.
He's gonna meme with the fucking sword hop.
He's gonna meme.
I'm
There
not
you
gonna say
go.
fucking
And-
during the
and
stream,
there
but,
it is.
and boom, there's time.
And there's
Don't forget to
time.
split there, Loner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and time.
yeah. I mean, it's not gonna stop. It's okay. Everything will be fixed.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's all
good
good.
for practice, though, at least.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Probably sub 58 or sub 57, I think.
Who cares? It's a marathon run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
just
still sub an
for-
hour.
For
Anything
our
less than
views.
an hour, you're fine.
Yeah.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
Jackpot. the muted jackpot.
Yeah.
Somebody was just watching Dante on TV and then hit the remote control on him specifically, and then was like, "No, you're not allowed to talk."
Nope. No, no, no.
No, no, no.
All right, so I think we got a good.
We got a good foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, so we know what to talk, how long to talk for, because like we were talking about mission 2 stuff and the mission 4. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
So it's just I guess something to keep in mind. The first couple missions are quick, so pick and
We're
choose
gonna-
what we want to say, and
Yeah,
then
we're not gonna be able to say everything that we want,
no,
obviously.
no, not at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Yeah, I think
And
we'll be
Lucia's
alright.
hot, by the way, just
Oh,
FYI.
that's my waifu.
That's waifu. Oh, stop it, please.
That's wifey.
Ugh.
That's wifey.
Yeah, man.
Happy waifu, happy lifeu.
Nah, I guess that's what they say, right?
Did you do your dailies for 14 by the way yet?
Like roulettes or
Yeah.
the only roulette I need to do really is leveling and 50-60.
I think 60 you're leveling done.
Yeah, but I gotta go to bed like soon because I gotta be
I
up.
have to do 50-60 still.
I would.
True king of hell.
You should have just told me. Like we could have just done it in the middle of the.
I was concentrating, bro. I was in the zone.
I know. I was over here like AFK crafting,
But that's different, dude. Like AFK crafting and like I can't like talk and like do a dungeon at the same time. Like I can't give
all you hear
proper
is-
commentary. Yeah, it's just like all you're gonna hear is just like me mashing like fucking Blackest Night. Like
I guess.
So I suppose we bid farewell to them.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Bye, guys. All right. Bye. Blink.
But anyway, please be sure to tune in tomorrow.
Mhm.
I guess Saturday morning, technically 1 a.m. But
For
the
us,
well,
yeah.
that's for us. But tomorrow is the
Actual events.
yeah, the RDMC charity stream for hashtag because of Chris. What's the link here? Hold on, let me see here. I keep forgetting the name of the disease that he suffered from.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look it up. I
So,
feel
yeah,
absolutely awful.
I
I
might
feel
actually-
absolutely awful.
I might do some more donations like on the side for the other games too.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I can start my career for that and hopefully get noticed and go into AGDQ and reach some donations there.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
tight.
be nice.
Osteosarcoma is
Oof.
the Chris Taylor Osteosarcoma Research Fund
Hmm.
is that donation drive for. I don't know what their goal is this time around. Last time was $1,000 and they blew past it by like 8K. So
Oh wow. Well, that's good.
and Chris was a DMC fan that recently passed away from osteosarcoma, which is a rare form of bone cancer, I believe.
Yes.
And he was on the news for getting a chance to play Smash Ultimate early.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And apparently, his only wish was to raise awareness and donate to help research better treatment for osteosarcoma, so that the people that like obviously he couldn't be saved, but he wants other people to have the chance to be saved.
Right.
So that is what the event is for. So we will be on there, 1 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good times, good memes. Definitely come out and support, hang out, say what's up. It's a good cause.
For sure.
And that's
All right.
the stream.
That is the stream. Peace out, y'all.
Later, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.